The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Well, here we are, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and we are here once again. The week goes by so quick. It just seems like yesterday was Friday, but here we are once again, and we thank you guys for being along with us. We're going to be here for a whole full hour because you're tuned to the Coffee Hour, and this is a show where we get together each week, and we have a lot of conversation and a whole lot of fun. We want to keep it a fun show, invite everybody in, and of course, including you. Now, a lot of you people have been around with us for a long time. We thank you so much. As always, I have to thank you each week because each week just brings me more pleasure of knowing that you're out there. So thank you so much for being along with us and putting up with us for all of these years. And for those of you who are new, well, let's get acquainted, shall we? All right. We want you to stay right there. I'm the host of the show, and as the host of the show, we are going to let you know how this thing operates. My name is Frank Allan, and for the whole full hour, we're going to be with you and invite you in conversation as everyone else. Okay. Now, this is what's going to happen. As the host of the show, I start the prep mode. Now, I'm doing it right now as I do it. And I start off with a little conversation. I get a topic going. That doesn't mean we're going to stay with the topic for the whole full hour, because that's when you come in, all right? Because if you have a topic that you want to discuss, of course, we're eager to find out what you have to say. So all you have to do on your computer, whether it's laptop, desktop, cell phone, or even your tablet, right? You have a keyboard, type in whatever you want to talk about. I will see you right there on the big screen, and I will entertain all of your thoughts and ideas. Now, that's what the show is all about. Free exchange of ideas and of opinions. And I'm pretty sure you have a lot of those. And if you do, we want to hear all about it. So we want you to stay with us for a whole full hour. Now, you must know that we're coming on 3 different places. We have 3 platforms that we broadcast on. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we're on Facebook as well. So wherever you are, it's the same show. You know, all you have to do is just pick your favorite, no matter where you go. And keep in mind that we're coming out of New York City. That's where we originate. But listen to this. We're a global show. We come out of New York, but we're a global show. We're all around the world. Everywhere you go, that's where we are. As long as you're in a nice area where there's not a lot of hot spots and Wi-Fi that keep transmission going, it's all there. We're all around the world. So that's why we want you to include your family and friends, your relatives, and everyone that you know. You know, let them in on the show. Now, how you do that? And this goes for the people who've been around with us for a long time as well. Wherever you are watching this show, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, we want you to cut and paste the platform that you're watching us on. And platform meaning that that's the link that brings you to the link that where you are, right? Cut and paste that link and send it out to as many friends as possible. All right. That's like a tag. That's like letting them know where they could find you. They'll know it's coming from you. They'll see it's coming from you. And the only thing that they have to do is click onto the link that you send them, and it brings them right here. And they could be part of us as well. And of course, they could talk to everyone. They could talk to me. They could talk to you. And hopefully, if they like what they see, if they like what they hear, they'll come back again and again. That's all it takes. So if you can do that, would you please? That would be nice if you could do that. Just cut and paste the platform that you're on right now and send it to all of your family and friends. Let's bring them all out here and let them know that they're part of us as well. Now, all of you not only could talk to me as the host, but other people who come in, you could talk to them as well. All right, you could talk to them as well. We make a lot of friends here, So uh, if you see anyone out there, they're watching, you're watching, you can talk to me, you can talk to them, and you can exchange ideas and opinions. And by the way, if you have a specific topic that you want to linger on, feel free, feel free, because we'll talk about it. And as I said earlier, we're not going to only linger on the topic that I bring out, but we're going to talk to, whatever you want to talk about too, because if it's important to you, it's important to us. So we talk about everything. We talk about politics. We talk about sports. We talk about relationships. We talk about the weekend that's about to come up, and we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. That's always a topic on a Friday, the weekend, right? And you're pretty sure you're looking forward to it. So that's what we got going. Now, in conjunction with talking to you, we have our own little thing to keep our format going, keep the format alive, because we throw in our little spiel, which, first of all, you ought to know that we have sports coming up. And Brian Camp, that comes out of Charlotte, North Carolina, is our sports guy. But Brian is on hiatus, and he's been out for quite a while. He'll be back soon. I speak to him every day. And of course, he's targeting coming back the middle of August. All right, so that's what he's targeting. So that may be in a couple of weeks. So please understand that when he comes back, he'll bring the sports. But in the meantime, while he's here, or while he's not here, I'm going to cover for him because he's always nice enough to give us information on sports, give us the list of things that are happening this week on sports, and we're going to recite that all for you. That's coming up too. And before the show is over, since the weekend is coming up, I always tell you about those movies, those classic movies. And each week, I go into Turner Classic Movies and pick out the best movies I can find that I think are well, they're worth watching and for you to watch, to put on your bucket list to watch this weekend. My picks of the week for your weekend. Now, you got the weekend coming up, and there's a lot of things that you might want to do. Maybe a little outdoor activity, or let's say maybe you want to have a conversation about anything, right? There it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay back, sit back, relax, and enjoy. And those movies will be coming up. That's toward the end of the show. I want to thank all of you for being here, all of you on YouTube, Instagram. And a good morning to Warren. Haven't seen him in a long time. He's out there with us. And thank you, Warren, for being with us. You finally found us. Geez, I'm passed the word along. Those of you who are watching us here, and specifically watching us here on YouTube, all right, you notice our original platform. Now, I like to say our flagship platform was Facebook. We're no longer doing that because for some reason, they're not allowing us to broadcast through Zoom, and we have to have Zoom, all right? So they're no longer doing that. And so we decided to make YouTube our platform now. And so we want you to pass the word to the people that you know. Pass the word, pass the link to everyone, and let them know that we're out here for you, okay? And Warren, it's always a delight to see you out here. Jeez, man, it's about time. Anyway, here we are. And it's the first day of August, 2025, August 1st. First day, and this is our first show of a brand new month. All right. So that's historical, isn't it? The first day of the brand new month. We woke up this morning and a brand new month. Here it is. And of course, we're past July, and we're going to go through this whole month. And before you know it, when this month is over, you parents, I know you're going to be delighted to hear this. School is coming up. It's going to reopen for the kids. I know you love your children. And you had a great summer with them. You guys went on vacation, had a good time. And now it's about time to get back to school for them. And that's happening soon. We're not going to rush it, though. The summer is still here. So we're going to continue to carry on with our summer activities and have a good time and enjoy the hot weather. And speaking of hot weather, we've had our share of hot weather here in New York, and I'm pretty sure you have as well. And so we're kind of cooling off. We got a mild break yesterday, and it's even better today and right throughout the weekend. Temperature going to go back up, but I'll talk to you about that weather later on in the program as we go along. Okay. Uh, so all that being said, remember that all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinions of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, or any other social media outlet or broadcast facility. So, with that being said, let's do what we normally do: raise our cups and our glasses with our elements in it. Hopefully, it's coffee at this particular moment. And what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So, excuse me while I shoot up. That's refreshing. This is iced coffee, you know, uh, and we had plenty of it right throughout the week. I'll have a little more just a little later, and we have plenty of it. And as I said, the hot weather comes along. How's the weather in your area? I hope it's fine. We had a little rain last night here in New York, and we might get a little more today, but it'll clear up. I'll tell you more about that weather. Speaking of weather, those of you who are going to indulge in conversation with us, we hope that you do. Please let us know where you are, where you're watching this show, your location. All right, we want to keep up with that. Not only that, if you can give us a weather forecast, doesn't have to be full. It could be something like something nice, like 75 degrees going up to 100, something like that. Or give us some kind of emoji with the degree temperatures that you have presently. Or if it's not sunny, then you have a cloudy emoji, whatever. Just let us know because we want to compare notes to the weather that we have here in where I am in New York to the weather where you are because everyone is not having the same kind of weather from different places. Warren, with that being said, maybe you have a weather forecast you can give us so we can talk about that. Warren, by the way, comes out of North Carolina. To be more blunt, he's out of Greensboro, North Carolina. And so I always monitor the weather down south. And that sort of gives me an indication. It doesn't happen all the time, but it sort of gives me an indication what New York weather is going to be like. All right. Because when the weather is down south, is whatever the weather is down south, it kind of shifts up to north where we are. All right. Not all the time, just some of the time. And they did have a heat wave over there. Hopefully it calmed down like it calmed down over here. But the summer is not over and there's more to come. So look forward to it. A lot of people don't like the summer weather. They don't like the summer weather. They rather go for the cold weather. And I know some people that are looking forward to an avalanche coming up when the cold weather comes in. Well, you can take that avalanche with you. And as a matter of fact, take my share of the avalanche. All right. Have a good time with it. Make your own snow. All right. I'm enjoying what's happening at the present moment. But living in New York City, I have the four seasons. All right. So therefore, I have to take the bitter with the sweet. Right now, for me, it's the sweet. This weather is the sweet. And all of you guys in other places, let's say, for instance, in California and Nevada and Arizona, where it really gets hot out there because you're basically desert. However, you don't get the humidity that we get here in New York because we're surrounded by water. We live on a little island smack dab in water, and we're surrounded by water. We got the Hudson River. We got the East River, which when it goes further, goes uptown, it kind of changes the name, but it's the same river and it surrounds us, right? And the outer boroughs, of course, they get the humidity too. It shifts off. It's all water. We're a little town, or I would say a big city, wrapped or just plopped right in the middle of water, as opposed to people in California and Nevada, they're plopped in the middle of the desert, right? and they don't get the humidity that we get. Anyway, whatever your weather is, we hope that if it's too hot for you, cool off. Drink plenty of water, plenty of fluids. All right, because whatever you sweat out, you got to put back in. You have to hydrate, and it's very important to do that. It's good for the skin, uh, and it helps out a lot. All right. And by the way, if you're in an area right now where it's really, really hot, really, really hot, check up on the elderly if you possibly can. If you live next door to someone, all right. If you live next door to someone that maybe that need help, that are elderly and can't get out like you are able to get out in the hot weather, knock on the door and find out if they need anything, if they want anything. You're going out, you're going to do a little shopping, you're going out to get some groceries or something, ask them if they need anything and save them the time. Now, if you guys are in an air conditioning place, stay there. If the weather is that hot, just stay there in that air conditioning place. Hopefully that your filters and your air conditioning are working properly. They're all cleaned. And so this way the air can come through evenly. But if your air conditioning is not working properly or you don't have any air conditioning at all, there are always cooling centers. And I say this even for the senior citizens. There are always cooling centers. And of course, around town here in New York, we have plenty of them. The only thing that you have to do is find out, either call or Google and find out the nearest cooling center in your area. So we want to make sure that everybody is safe and everybody's going to be cool and relaxed and calm. That's what we're looking forward to. Okay, here we are. As I said, we are finally here in the month of August, August 1st. And August 1st, we're not August, you know how sometimes we celebrate certain things that happen to pop up in the month that comes up. However, we don't have any particular celebration that we're doing, but we're going to draw your attentions to a few things. We want you to know it's National Dog Month. So if you own a dog, this is the month. It's National Dog Month. We take good care of our little puppies and dogs, right? If you have one, of course, be very kind, pet them, feed them. We'll be kind to them as they will be kind to you. And that's just something that's set aside. You're always kind to animals anyway, right? And so this is just something that's set aside to let you know it's National Dog Month. Also, something that I think is very important too, it's Black Business Month. And a lot of business owned by African Americans, Black, need to be supported. So if you would do that all month long, we're just bringing that out there. You should support those businesses at all times. But this is something, a month that we remind you about, Black Business Month. Also, we have National Immunization Awareness Month. Okay, now let me linger on that one for a bit. All right, I'll tell you why I'll linger on that one for a bit. Because in the situation that we are in the White House, we have someone that's saying they don't believe in vaccinations and things like that. Well, hell, that's okay. You can not believe in it if you don't want to be vaccinated or vaccinated for any means. That's okay. That's all right. All right. But give us the opportunity, the rest of us who actually believe in it and actually want to do it, don't take that away from us. And so that's National Immunization Awareness Month. So this, I would think at the end of this month, somewhere at the tail end of this month and the beginning of next month, it's going to be the COVID-19 vaccination time, along with flu vaccination. So we just want you to be aware of that. That's coming up pretty soon. So this is the month that we're making aware of it. Also, to see properly, we want to make sure that you know it's National Eye Examination Month. Okay, and make sure you take care of that. I was at the motor vehicle place just last week, as a matter of fact, right? And I got tested because I had my license renewed, and I only went there for a purpose. I only went there to get the what do they call it? The new ID. Those of you should know about that. your license has a little star on it. That's the new thing now. All right. And the reason why they do that, because those of you who take domestic flights may want to have that. I mean, you could still fly without it. The only thing is now they're paying more attention to that because it may take you even longer to get your flight. Uh, and then, you don't want to lose that. That happened to me once. All right. And even though you may uh, get your flight or reserve your flight in advance, that could still happen. I'm telling you. So that's what I did. I did that. But and my license it doesn't expire until another 2 years. But since I was there, they said, you can do it if you could do it now. So now I did it. I said, get it out of the way. Pay the money, get it out of the way. This way I don't have to wait for another 8 years. So anyway, and I got my eye. You have to get an eye exam when you do that. Anyway, that's the purpose of the eye exam. Make sure everything is okay with your sight, making sure everything looks good out there, and you see whatever you see out there looks good to you. All right. So that's what's going on. It's not a celebration. They're just reminders of what's happening as far as what we're doing. Okay, let's see. Now, Warren has 80 degrees outside where he is, and it's going to rain. He says he's got rain coming up. Okay, I see that. He's got rain coming up. So I would assume that you had rain prior. I would assume because we got rain. We had rain last night. So we may get more rain. We don't know, but it doesn't look that way for the time being. So he has 80 degrees and it's going to rain today. I see Mary Reed out there. Mary is out there. And Mary is from Brooklyn, New York. And good morning to you. And she is loving this cool down. Mary, don't think you're the only one. I mean, we've all sweated. We paid our dues. She's enjoying the cool down, which is great. And she says, not complaining, enjoying the day. This is good. I never complain about the hot weather either. Even when I go to the desert, I don't complain about it. Even more so because it's not sweltering; it's just hot, But I don't complain about it because I'm a summertime kid. I love the summertime. I love the beach. I love the summer activities. Uh, but for those of you who are on the opposite end of all of that, don't worry, it's coming. Your snow, your avalanches—they're all coming. Everyone gets a shot at life, right? And if that's your life, that's good. Okay. The interest ID and the real ID. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Mary. The real ID. Now, that's the enhancement. I only applied for the real ID. I just applied, and then I just want my license renewed. So I just want to make sure I got that out of the way. It's all out of the way. I don't have to worry about it for another 8 years. How about that? And so that's good. But I'm glad to see you guys out there, and you guys are looking good. All you guys are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you so much for being along, and we are going to move along. And so, just like Warren, Mary, you don't have to do this because you're out of Brooklyn, New York. We're New Yorkers, so I'm going to give you the full weather forecast of New York and let you know how it's going to be. I'm pretty sure you're excited to know what it is, right? For those of you outside of New York City, just give us your weather forecast so we can compare notes. But the rest of you here in New York and the vicinity of New York don't have to worry. I am going to give you the full weather forecast. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. For those of you who don't know it. As I see, we have 67 degrees at the moment. It's 67 degrees at the moment. That's pretty cool, right? When I woke up yesterday morning, it was something like 70 some odd degrees, and it quickly went up to the 80s. But it wasn't like blazing hot, So everything is starting to cool down a bit. But it's 67 degrees right now. That's what we have right now. And our weather forecast look like this for today on this Friday. It's going to be cloudy skies, slight chance of rain showers. and we'll have a low of 76 degrees. Winds will be northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So, Warren, you're not alone. We got to get showers. When you say rain, I don't know what you mean by rain. It could be downpours or whatever it is, but we get the idea. We get the idea. So that's what we have for today. For tonight, some clouds this evening will give way to mainly clear skies overnight. We'll have a low of 64 degrees, and winds will be light and variable. Now, this is what I like. My favorite day of the weekend, Saturday. Mostly sunny skies, high 81, winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Lord. Okay. For tonight, Saturday night, I should say, it's going to be some clouds early, and it will give way to generally clear conditions overnight. We'll have a low around 65 degrees. You see how cool these temperatures are? Winds will be light and variable as well. So we're looking good. All right. And as we wrap up our weekend for Sunday, you go to church, you can leave the umbrella home. Everything is looking sunny. Everything is sunshine and lollipops on this day. Because it says sunshine, high 84 degrees, winds will be light and variable. 84 degrees the high. Okay. We don't have to worry about a heat wave just yet. And I'm not saying we're finished with the heat wave because it's not all over yet. So we could put the Martha Reeves and the Vandella record, Your Love is Like a Heat Wave, on the back burner. But I'm bummed for now. And when the heat wave come back, we can break out the record, Your Love is Like a Heat Wave. Drawing me closer. Yep. Yeah, the old Motown sound. Anyway, it's 67 degrees here in New York City. And again, if you guys are outside of New York City, give us your weather forecast. We would love to hear what you got and let us know. And this way we can compare the notes of the weather that you have over where you are and the weather over where I am. Okay? That's what's going on. Okay. Brian Camp, as I said, is on hiatus. He'll be back. And I do talk to him every day. And people are asking about him. I know you guys are asking about him. You know, he sends his love to all of you guys. And he's our sports guy. He comes in with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. And being that he's not here, he's targeting coming back at the middle of August. That's what he told me. He said he's going to try for the middle of August. So we're talking about a couple of weeks away, maybe about 2 weeks away, if he's going to do that. However, he's going to let us know in advance, and this way I can announce it to you and prior to when he comes back, and then this way we can get ready for him. But I'll be glad when he comes back, that's for sure. But he was always nice enough, as always, to leave us sports information. And we've got the wonderful world of sports on Sports Update. So let's get started with it right now. We'll start off with this. Former WWE CEO Vince McMahon is accused of causing a crash on a Connecticut highway and wrecked his Bentley and two other cars. McMahon was cited for reckless driving following too closely after last Thursday morning's crash on the Merrick Parkway in Westport. No one was injured, and he was released on a $500 bond in order to appear in Stamford Superior Court on August 26th. One of the biggest holdouts, and I talked to Warren about this, one of the biggest holdout in the NFL preseason has come to an end. Cincinnati Bengals star defensive end Trey Hendrickson, the league's leader in sacks a year ago, has agreed to end his holdout admit on a contract dispute. The only problem is that Hendrickson is still without a contract extension. He's been looking for the Cincinnati for all off season. He was looking for that. And Hendrickson's committal to a training camp, though, could be perhaps expedient. The process to get him the ink that he's looking for, that's the signing for that long term. Now, Henderson was the final player in the league who held out for training camp, as others like Washington Commanders receiver Terry McLaurin, who stood their ground for a bit before joining their teammates. Luis Gill is expected to make a season debut for the New York Yankees on Sunday at Miami after missing 4 months with a lat strain. The reigning AL Rookie of the Year struck out 7/4 and 4 and a quarter innings Tuesday for Triple-A Scranton Wilkes Barre. Now, Gill threw 50 to 75 pitches for strikes, allowing 1 run and 3 hits on his fourth minor league rehabilitation start. Injured in the spring training, the right-hander is lined up to return this weekend against the Marlins after pitching 14 1/3 innings in the minors. Juan Soto of the New York Mets, and he left the New York Mets 7-1 loss after the San Diego Padres on Tuesday night at Petco Park after fouling a ball off his left foot. Soto was removed from the game, with the Mets describing as a foot contusion. And it happened during the 4th inning in Soto's second at bat of the Padres when he batted the Padres starting pitcher Ryan. I think his name is Ryan Burton, and Solo finished the at bat grounding off to a Padres second baseman Jake Cronenworth, and Soto was then pulled from the game. Jeff McNeil moved from center to right field, while Tyrone Taylor moved into center field to vacate that position. Coco Gauff made her winning. Coco Gauff winning has returned to the winning competition on Tuesday night, and even though some serving woes have come back to her, Gauff had to overcome 23 double faults to win the first time since the French Open final, outlasting fellow American Danielle Collins 7-5 for 6-7-6 in the second round of the National Bank Open. Gauff hadn't played since losing the first round at Wimbledon and appeared to have made changes to her serving grip during the time that she was away. And she struggled with it during the match, hitting some serves that were well long and others were very soft and easily pounced on by the powerful Collins. So if you have any information that you need about your favorite team that's going to be playing this weekend, particularly in baseball, check out your local listings and find out where they're playing, who they're playing, just in case you might have lost track of all of that. Let them know. Find out. All right. Or you can Google them to find out. All right. And hopefully your team is doing very well. Your baseball team. We got baseball. Pretty soon, football will be coming around too. And of course, by the time that happens, Brian Camp will be back and he'll let us know what's happening in football. But check your local listings and find out where your favorite team is playing. And I got to talk about my New York Yankees again. I didn't catch what they were doing. They were off. Were they off last night? I didn't know. I think they were. They might have been off last night. I think they were off last night. Anyway, they won 2 in a row. And what they need to do, they need to come back, because in the beginning they were in first place. And of course, they were taken down and they were like 5.5 games out of first place. I'm not sure what the position is at this particular point. I will find out. If anybody can quickly Google that for me and find out what place the Yankees are in at this particular time. But they need to know that they have to win consecutive games now. They won 2 or 3 consecutive games already. And this weekend, and as I stated earlier, they're going to be playing they're going to Miami. They're going to play the Marlins. And so that's going to happen today. As a matter of fact, the Yankees did win yesterday. They did play yesterday, and they won 7-4. So they're on a streak right now. Hopefully they can keep the streak up. And as they drift into the weekend, and all weekend long, they're going to be playing Miami Marlins. We'll see what happens then. I don't want to pressure them or anything, but I'm looking forward after all of the games they've been losing. I'm looking for a sweep this weekend. And so we'll see what happens. Yankees, I love you, but I'm going to scold you when you need it. And I do the same thing around football time. When the Vikings, I scold them too. That's my favorite team, the Vikings. So just in case, so you'll know that these are my teams. I only have one New York team, and that's the Yankees. The rest of them, for football, Minnesota Vikings, and for basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers. All right. Some of my local people here, they say, "What are you in New York? How come you don't go for the Giants or the Jets? Well, how come you don't go for the Knicks or even the Brooklyn Nets? How come you don't go for them?" Well, they're not my team, and I was with these teams before the Nets. I don't think I don't root for the Knicks, which was known back in the old days as the Knickerbockers. I root for them as long as they're not playing my team. All right. But but no, I'm being real about it. I only have one New York team. It's the Yankees, and the other ones, it's the LA team, which is the basketball team, the Lakers, and the Minnesota team, which is the Vikings. Sorry, that's it. Anyway, whoever you root for, we hope that they're all winners for you. I hope they're all winners for you. Okay. Um, Thank you for being along with us for this day, on this day, this Friday. And the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And we're with you for a whole full hour, as we always. We're just about finished with the show. Uh, and Brian, and yeah, you're right. We've got the baseball trading deadline. There's the baseball trading deadline that just passed. And this is the time, by the way, where if certain teams are not doing very well, this is the time to start thinking about it. And sometimes, unfortunately, you have to make trades, you have to make deals, you have to dip into your farm club and see who's hot there and bring them up for a spell and get back on track. Because God knows the Yankees could use that bullpen. They could tighten that up a lot. And as far as their defense goes, they only, as far as I'm concerned, the Yankees' defensive is only three guys. That's Aaron Judd, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Cody Bellinger. Those are the only three that I can depend on to get on base. I could always depend on Aaron Judge to knock a home run out completely, knock it right out of the park. You know, he doesn't have to do it all the time. He does it so much that when he doesn't do it, we don't get angry at him because he does it more than he does it. There you go. Anyway, thanks for that information, Warren. Anyway, it is the coffee hour. Last night on the show, I was talking about some of the things, some of the government fundings that are being dealt with, particularly in the media. And one of the things I was talking about were the radio stations, TV stations that are funded by the government. Let's say like the VOA, which stands for the Voice of America, PBS. That's a well-needed station, NPR for radio, and NOAA radio. And they're all important. And you ask why they were important. Because, first of all, the Voice of America is one of those stations that broadcasts, give you worldwide information, news. And not only do they give you worldwide news, but they do it in like 40 some odd different languages, so you can pick your choice. English and everything, all of those languages. And that's the good thing about Voice of America. It's something for everyone, no matter where you are around the world. You have 40 some odd different languages. And these guys have been with us for over 80 years, broadcasting for over 80 years. I only discovered them when I was in high school. I used to listen to them on shortwave radio, and then you have PBS. PBS is very important. PBS is the channel where, of course, that's where you get Sesame Street and the Electric Company. Remember those old shows for children? And those shows were also important to parents because they were kind of like educated shows. And then nice little cartoons for children, all those children, those educational features for children. They were there. They're very important. And NPR, of course, that's also national news all across the nation. News from all across the nation, very important. And then there's NOAA Radio. Now that's important because NOAA Radio is a weather radio station, which, by the way, you can download the app. I remember a long time ago, I used to have a little tiny radio, weather radio. And I would imagine you could still buy them in stores and listen to them, but you can download the app. I have the app, and I can go to any city around the world, and listen to weather they forecast. And they're good because being that the hurricane season is upon us, right? We're going to get those storms. And NOAA Radio helps with giving you a heads up on what's about to come. And it can save you a lot of time. They can tell you when the storm is coming, how heavy the storm is coming, whether to evacuate in your area, or you could stay home, or whatever. They give you heads up, and that's good because the more heads up you get, the more lives you could save. But the government wants to take that down. So I'm staying on top of all of that. So far, everything is still in place as far as I can see. All of those places are still there. So I'm talking to the government. Government, do the right thing. So far, you haven't, but please, do the right thing because this is about the lives of people, all of us, as a matter of fact. And I love all of these stations that I mentioned. I love them all. I tune into them all: Voice of America, PBS, NPR, and NOAA Radio. They're very important. They're important to me, and they should be to you. Okay. Something exciting and new will be happening when the Love Boat celebration at sea sets sail in November. It's announced that the Love Boat star Lauren Tunes and current guest Shara, the Coochie Coochie Girl, will be joining Fred Grandy, Bernie Carpel, Ted Lang, and Jill Whalen on the Princess Cruise, Love Boat celebration at sea, when it departs from Galveston, Texas, on the Regal Princess, November 16th, for the 7-night sailing. Tunes played the cruise director, Julie McCoy, on the 7 seasons that she's been on the Love Boat, with her character written out due to the actress's public struggle with addiction. In an incredible finale of her cowboy tour, that's the Cowboy Carter tour, last Saturday in Las Vegas, Beyonce thrilled fans with an amazing series of surprises, including an electrifying Destiny Child's reunion right there on stage. And the magic moment happened during the Renaissance portion when Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams joined Queen Bey on stage. And the iconic trio launched into the hit Lose My Breath, making their first performance of the track together since Beyonce's legendary Coachella 2018 shows, before seemingly blending with the Renaissance energy. Marvel's first family finally found box office gold. The Fantastic Four: First Steps, the first film about the superheroes, earned $118 million in its first weekend in 4,125 North American theaters. And that makes the fourth biggest opening of the year, behind the Minecraft movie, Lilo and Stitch and Superman, and the biggest Marvel opening since Deadpool and Wolverine grossed $211 million right out the gate last summer. Internationally, Fantastic Four made $100 million for 52 territories, adding up to $18 million worldwide debut, and the numbers were within the range the studio was expecting. Stephen Colbert, the comedian, is already thinking about what's next. The late night show host is going to be out there. He'll be out of the job. And the Late Show co-host of Steve Corbett that ends the 10th season run. However, during Monday's episode on the show, Corbett hinted that he's considering a new act in a related career path, which is called podcasting. You heard about it, right? And on the episode, Corbett hosted Saturday Night Live, Bowen Yang and his podcast co-host and friend Matt Rogers. And during their conversation, the host asked the duo to sell him on the industry. Jeopardy is on vacation. They're on their summer vacation, and the long-running game show, which has become the American institution over the course of its 41 seasons on television, is taking a break this summer. Season 41 officially conclude on Friday, which means that viewers tuning in for the question and answer contest on Monday may be disappointed and surprised to call up for reruns. And viewers tuning in to the local network in their area that carries the program can expect to see reruns until Jeopardy and the host, Ken Jennings, return for season 42 on September 8th. Birthdays today, actor Jason Momoa is 46 years old. Actress Tempest Bledsoe from The Cosby Show turns 52. The late rapper Coolio would have been 62. Rapper Chucky D is 65. That's Chuck D. Actress Lauren Johnson is 68. The late Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead would have been 83. Comedian Dom DeLuise would have been 92. Actor Jeffrey Holder would have been 95. And Maria Cole, that was the wife of Nat King Cole, would have been 102 years old. And so we say happy birthday to all of these people who are alive and with us today. Happy, happy birthday, and many, many more. And of course, we're not going to forget the people who are no longer with us, as you already discovered. We wish them a happy birthday because you left us a legacy, and we continue to salute you and acknowledge your birthday each year that it comes around. So happy birthday. Now, some of you may be celebrating birthdays. It's a brand new month. So someone is celebrating a birthday somewhere today and tomorrow and for the whole month of August. And if you're celebrating a birthday anytime soon and you would like us to announce it right here, of course, you can do it yourself. You could be right there, right here live with us and saying happy birthday, and we can wish you a happy birthday. But if you so desire for us to do it here, we can do that for you. All you have to do is contact us and let us know when that birthday is. I have an email address and a telephone number. So what I'm going to do is give you the email address first. How about that? The email address is Frank Allan Prod. Allan is spelled Allan. All right, that's very important. And Prod is Prod. That's short for productions. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. Now, the telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Now, just because I said it's your birthday, that doesn't mean you can't use the information I just gave you for other reasons. You could use it if there's like a community event in your area that you want to promote and you want us to talk about, or maybe you just want to say hi. You're not wasting our time. You can do that too. Or maybe you say, you know something, I watched the show, but I have an idea maybe you want to use, or anything like that. All right. We just want to hear from you either way. And keep that information in all of your electronic devices, such as your cell phone, your computer, be it laptop or desktop, and your tablets as well. As a matter of fact, you should put all of that information in all of those devices. If you own more than one of those devices, put all of them in. Put them in all of them. Because this way, if one is not available, you have another device to go to. And you can use that at any time. You keep that with you, and that would be great. Okay, so keep that with you at all times. So I'll give you that email address once again. The email address is frankallenprod@aol.com. That's frankallenprod@aol.com. Telephone number once again is 641 715 3900, extension 467134. That's 641 715 3900, extension 467134. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you. And then this way we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay. Last night on the show, we talked about those Epstein's files. How many of you people want to know, or even if you care, about the Epstein's file? You're an American. You're an American, and you probably would want to know what's happening in those files. With the corrupt government that we have today, of course, you're going to want to know. I'm going to want to know. And of course, the Taco Man, Taco Man, the Taco Man doesn't want you to know. You know why the Taco Man doesn't want you to know? Because he thinks it's a hoax. That's what he says. Oh, it's a hoax, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't do it. I didn't do it. Obama did it. Biden did it. John F. Kennedy did it. Abraham Lincoln did it. It's total hoax. It's a total hoax. It's a hoax. A total hoax. But that's what he does. All right. And of course, ABC is a hoax. NBC is a hoax. Fake news. We didn't do it. That's my vocabulary. The only vocabulary I have is saying hoax, or saying witch hunt, or saying fake news. That's my whole vocabulary. And if you want me to change a vocabulary, I have to go to school. He says he was an Ivy League student, but the man is so stupid. The man is so stupid is that he has to tiptoe by the medicine cabinet so he doesn't wake up the sleeping pills. That's how stupid this guy is. All right. But you guys say, oh, you know what? My president. That's what you guys say. Can you imagine those old broads from way back when saying my president? You know, as if he's coming on. It's a soap opera. You know how you used to watch the soap operas? I have to go now because my soap opera's on. Well, these old broads are saying, I'm sorry, Agnes, I have to hang out now because my president is on the air. I'll call you back later, okay? Okay, bye. Where's my cigarettes? So that's what they do. But we're looking forward to find more about the Epstein file. And if you're looking forward to, you have to keep up with the news to find out what's more. And the Supreme Court are on this, whether or not they're going to sway his way or actually release these things. We'll have to see. My guess is that if they don't do it at all, it'll take a long time before it's done. All right. But I just wanted to bring it out there just in case some of you may be interested in the Epstein files. Some are not. And what can you say? But here's something that I think you should be interested in. Those movies that I have for you all week. Yes, indeed, those movies, those Turner Classic movies. Now, each week, I always go into the Turner Classic vault and pick out the movies that I think are best and I think that you may love to watch. Okay? And you can put them in your bucket list on what to watch this weekend, because the weekend is coming up. The weekend is here. Before you know it, it'll be right here. And so it's my pick for the week, for your weekend. I have two this week. Okay. Here they go. This is not the original one. This is the remake. Now, I would have never thought this would be the remake, because I grew up with this movie. It's called Imitation of Life. Now, the original Imitation of Life went back to 1933. A lot of you didn't know that, right? And I saw the movie. I gave it a chance. I watched it, but there was nothing like this one from 1959 with Lana Turner, John Gavin, and Sandra Dee. And this is the one that's coming on Turner Classic Movies Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're in the Friday mode. That means tonight sometime at 8 p.m. Eastern. Imitation of Life. Okay, this is the remake. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not a remake, because this is the one I grew up with. I didn't know about the 1933 version until later on in my years. Another remake, since I'm on the subject of remakes, did you know that the Ten Commandments, everyone liked the Ten Commandments? Remember the one from 19, I think it was 1959, 57, 58, somewhere in there? Can't remember offhand. The Ten Commandments, Charleston Heston. Did you know that there was an original Ten Commandments in black and white? But it wasn't, it was before talk. There were talkies. You had to read the captions, back in those days. And Cecil B. DeMille did that one as well. And I watched that. I watched the original Ten Commandments because I wanted to see. I mean, I had to read through the whole damn thing, because there's no talking. Anyway, our next movie goes back to 1961. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Are you hungry? Well, this goes back to 1961 with Audrey Hepburn, George Papar, and Patricia Neal. And you can catch this one on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So both of our movies are 8 p.m. Eastern. One is Saturday and one is Sunday. And while you're there, let me quench my thirst a bit. Okay, feel a little better. While you're there on Turner Classic Movies, what I want you to do is go to the guide, the guide where they have all of the movies, right? That's the program guide. And you'll see more movies that I didn't mention. I only mentioned two, but you may see other movies that you may like, right? And all you have to do is pick and choose for them. Now, understand something, that if you still have your cable box, you could still record these movies if you don't get the chance to see them in real time, and watch them at your own convenience. All right. But nevertheless, go down the line of Turner Classic Movies and you can find more movies. And while you're there on demand, you can pick out the free movies that are there. You have a big list from A to Z. Movies that you haven't seen in a long time. Movies will possibly jog your memory. Movies that will take you back a long way. Okay. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm not stopping there. Remember that old pitch man? I'm not stopping there. Anyway, you could also go there and go to some of the icons that may have sports. There's a lot of sports. There's a lot of documentaries, children programs, and all of the network icons are there. You can click on and see what's available on the networks in there. And as far as the sports goes, if you don't get a chance to see them in real time, you can go back later on demand. And in some cases, there are no commercial interruptions. Not all cases, some cases. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but you can get the chance to see them in full. All right. And so you got all those things to watch. They're all right there for you, And for those of you who don't have cable, well, there are other ways to check out your favorite programs. They're right there. A lot of people have dropped their cables because for whatever reason, I'm not going to bring out the reason because I don't want to make harm to the cable company because they did a pretty good job. But if you have your cable, you still have the box, and you can go online and you can record them if you don't get a chance to watch them in real time. So here we go. I'm going to go over those movies once again, just so you'll remember. Imitation of Life, and this is the 1959 version. It's color, and it stars Lana Turner, John Gavin, and Sandra Dee. And that comes on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Breakfast at Tiffany's with Katharine Hepburn, George Papar, Patricia Neal. It's Turner Classic Movies, and that's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So those are the only movies I have for you. I hope you enjoy them. They're really nice movies. And by the way, they're both in color. They're both in color. I know you like the black and whites. I love the black and whites too, but every now and then you still have those color movies, just as classics as the black and whites. Okay. I want to thank you guys for being along with us. Let's see. Warren says, rename the Washington Commanders. Okay. Let's bring back the old name of the. Oh, you're asking for trouble. Listen to what he says. Bring back the Washington. Let's bring back the old names of the Redskins. Oh, you're looking for trouble, Warren. You are looking for trouble. Your president. Oh, well, that's true. He probably would bring it back. He says your president wants to insult Native American, huh? Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, Taco Man. I have Native American blood. Okay, I have Native American blood. Okay, and I'm proud of it. And I can't linger on to that because it's time for me to go. But look, I'm going to come back next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Talk Back Live. And we're going to be here with sports. I hope that you will be here too. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Other than that, come back here next Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. The 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the coffee hour. I'll be here with sports and we'll have a good time. I'll keep you informed when Brian will be back with us. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you back here soon. Take care of yourself.
You've been watching the Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Coffee Hour.